Hannah's form swayed through my mind again. Shaking my head, I tried with everything I was to force the memories away, something I was going to have to learn to do a better job of. She had moved on. She needed to. God, I wanted that for her. I wanted her to have the kind of life she deserved. Killer career, a million reasons to smile every damn day, kids, all of the things she'd always wanted. The things I just wasn't certain I could give her. She was with someone now, someone whole, someone who wasn't me. My mission was to figure out how to be okay with that. There was no reason I couldn't blow off a little steam this week. Maybe it would even help, but I wasn't going to be forced into it. I had my checkbook with me. I'd write a hefty check to Homefront Heroes, surely more than I'd ever garner at some auction. If my team wanted me to vacation, it was going to be on my terms. End of story. With every step I progressed down the jetway, my leg loosened up. I was almost to a normal gait when I entered McCarran International. Thank God. Like a dumbass, I'd packed in my duffel, so when I picked up my luggage, it would be apparent that at some point I'd been in the military. Nothing drew attention more than an injured serviceman. I didn't need people's thanks or their awkward pity. I just couldn't do it today. It had been my job. I tried to do it to the best of my ability, but I'd failed my team. My failures had nothing to do with the American people. They deserved better. A repetitive clanging sound and obnoxious neon lights assaulted the air. Pressure built in my skull. Rolling my eyes at the slot machines in the freaking airport, I headed to baggage claim. The casino at the hotel would be every bit as deafening and twice as annoying. Great locale for a vacation, T, I grumbled to myself. I fell in with the throngs of people heading toward the turnstiles. Stale rubber, cheap liquor, and sweat. The sense of Vegas. It was gonna be a long-ass week. Jerking my army green duffel bag off of a rolling belt, I grimaced and started to set it back down. It wasn't mine. "Oh, that's probably mine," a guy called from a few feet away. Definitely not regular army, but also not special forces. He had the look, but not the scars. Lean muscle, slightly overgrown haircut, not the standard high and tight, clean shaven. He had seen some stuff, but he'd never even dreamed the kind of shit we'd done in his worst nightmares. I tossed the pack his way. "Thanks," he offered. I gave him the standard nod. "Hey, are you here for the bachelor auction tonight?" He sidled closer. And here's where SF training came in handy. If I took too long to answer, it might be somewhat apparent if he had any training at all that I was lying. However, since I was not going to that auction, the extended pause I offered gave credence to my lie. My brow furrowed. What? If I weren't there for the auction, I wouldn't know it existed. "Sorry, I thought you might be. Homefront Heroes is having this bachelor auction thing. I got roped into participating. Figured if you were looking for a duffel, you might be here for it too." He offered his hand. "Staff Sergeant Ryder Mathis, 101st. As fucked up as it was, this was one of the weirdest parts about retirement. I could tell people what I did, where I'd been stationed, who I was. I wasn't sure I'd ever get used to it. Sergeant First Class Griff Haywood, 7th Special Forces Group. Have a good friend who's also a Screaming Eagle from the 101st. Ryder looked appropriately impressed. "Oh yeah? Who's that?" "You know Maddox Holder?" "Mad Dog? Hell yeah. Dude's crazy." Hence the nickname. I offered the kid a half grin. "Wait, did you say Special Forces Team 7? Damn, I bet you have some stories." I chuckled. Yeah, that was one thing we all had. Most of them we didn't want. "Bet you won't tell them either." He offered me a genuine smile. "That's a safe bet." With my brow furrowed and realization lit in his eyes, I regretted not lying about my former position. "Holy shit, Team 7? Man, are you serious? You're one of the guys who runs Tier 7 security. You all took northeastern Iraq on your own before our boots even hit the ground. You dismantled that chemical weapons facility. You're in all the tactics and techniques textbooks now. Y'all got medals of honor." The air in my lungs compressed. I couldn't bring in more or release the valve. I couldn't breathe at all. I should have kept my mouth shut. "Might have done something like that," I forced out in an odd choke. Ryder must have crawled so far up his instructor's ass he had memorized the whole freaking TAC and Tech manual. "Man, you lost half your team. I almost forgot that. I'm really sorry." He almost forgot the one thing I never would. I refused another response. Offering me the pity I loathed, he carried on just like a good little soldier. "How long are you in Vegas?